But
Hi, I'm Jim McHood, and I live in Monument, Colorado. We also have and travel to Costa Rica quite a lot because we have a ministry in Costa Rica and in Colorado. And actually, how we got first introduced to upper cervical is through a friend in Costa Rica who had Parkinson's, and as a result of that, he had received quite a bit of improvement, significant improvement with his Parkinson's. He used to shake like this when he had coffee, and he was a pastor friend of mine. And so he recommended that Len and I, my wife, who also is involved and is undergoing treatment with upper cervical, advised we go to Charleston, South Carolina to see the upper cervical doctors that were there. And so we did, and we've been involved with getting upper cervical treatments for about 2 years. And for me specifically, I had arthritis and like joint pain, inflammation, and I would have gout attacks quite frequently, and I was on this drug called alpranolol. And so that made me tired. It kind of gives you upset stomachs, and it's not kind of really good for you. So, and then there were certain foods that I really couldn't eat as well. If I would have anything chocolate or any other kind of thing like that, it would give me a flare-up. So I had to be really super careful with what I ate. But then after upper cervical, I just noticed a couple of things that happened. One was I was able to get off my alpranolol gout medication, and but I still had a couple of flares, but that was, I believe, in part due to the fact that I was kind of like detoxing from some of the different deposits, uric acid deposits you get on your joints, and so I found that with upper cervical, it's really been a benefit to us. We really enjoyed it, and I think I would recommend it to anybody. And so if you're thinking about upper cervical, you should really try it. The other thing that I would really highly recommend is that you stay with it. You don't get one adjustment and then you're going to be done. I mean, you didn't get into your problem overnight. You're not going to get in it overnight. But it's definitely a highly recommended treatment for me and my wife, and I'm just happy to be here in Colorado now because we have a young doctor here who's very good. Her name is Dr. Allison Bremner. She's doing a super job. And we now don't have to travel all the way to Charleston or California to get treatments, because that's what we used to do. I mean, we were obviously, if we had to spend a lot of money on travel, not only airfare just to get there, hotels and stuff like that to get the treatment, because from my understanding, there's only like 500 doctors that do this kind of work. So if you have an upper cervical doctor here in your area, just be thankful that you do, and treat them kindly, because there aren't too many that really know how to do this type of work. And it's as most of you know, it's way different than like the normal chiropractic, because they're really trying to get you healthy, and they're not trying to just crack your back or just adjust you. They're actually trying to get to a situation where the scanning, they actually have a methodology to test to see if your central nervous system is even functioning correctly before they even do any kind of an adjustment. So I found that to be very helpful, so that they have somewhat of a test to tell you whether your central nervous system is functioning right. And if it's not, then they do an adjustment. But their whole idea is to retain your adjustment so that you don't even need an adjustment. And actually, for the first year after, I only had like one adjustment. And for the first year, I held my adjustment for a full year. And so I didn't even need adjustments, and so it was very beneficial. Now the second year, I think I fell near the dishwasher or something like that. I had a little bit of an issue, so then so I'm a lot better now. Anyway, I would highly recommend upper cervical to anybody, and if you're thinking about it for a lot of different things you might be experiencing, any kind of pain and arthritic conditions, epilepsy, other kind of things, I'd highly recommend it. And you should just run to your upper cervical and go, at least twice a month or once a month, keep that treatment going until you get stabilized, and it will definitely help you.